You could walk into pretty much any government in this country, whether it's the federal government, state government, big city government, and lose half the people who work there and probably not even notice because they're useless. But if you start to lose the people who actually keep the society functioning, then you're in trouble. And that, of course, would be firemen, cops, ambulance drivers, paramedics. If you make them leave, things really fall apart. And that's exactly what the Biden administration has just done. In Seattle, one firefighter just cleared out his locker, ending a 16-year career at the department. He speaks for many. Watch.
I'm very angry, but I'm trying to hold it together for my family, and the bittersweet part is it's ending here, where it started. It's like something's being ripped away that shouldn't be, and it doesn't seem right. I don't have the best words to explain it, but everything in my soul tells me this is wrong.
What did that guy do wrong? The vaccinated spread COVID just like the unvaccinated. There's no difference, actually. Look at the science. That guy did nothing wrong. He hurt nobody. And they're crushing him. And they're crushing a lot of people just like that all around the country, and particularly in Seattle. About 10% of the police department's officers have now been pulled off the street in a city that's already on the brink. So what does that mean if you live there? Well, radio host Jason Rantz does. He joins us tonight to tell us what that does mean. Jason, thanks so much for coming on.
Absolutely. We're in a point where I think Seattle is officially in uncharted territory, and they're spinning from the actual truth. So yesterday, the chief of police said that they fired 6 officers. I'm told that in the next day or so that Mayor Jenny Durkan is going to claim that the city only lost 1 cop. That's disingenuous at best. As you said, about 10% of the deployable officers were pulled from the streets. They were placed on what the SPD internally calls the HR unavailable list. They're essentially on extended leave, and they're using their accrued time off as the city basically is going to pressure them into getting vaccinated or turning in their paperwork. They're not technically fired, at least not yet. But these are people who are no longer policing. And if you take even 1 officer off the street, it's 1 too many in a city that's already short about 500 officers. We're in the middle of a violent crime surge. But now they're trying to downplay the public safety crisis, one, frankly, that the city caused. And Mayor Durkan and some others are getting creative with the numbers to claim that they're lower than reality. So here's an example. I'm told that an officer who was initially fired then decided to retire in lieu of the termination. So they're just not going to count that as an actual firing. And then you've got the officers who went on extended leave on their own as a result of this mandate, and they're also not being counted. But at the end of the day, we've taken over 100 officers off of the street at the worst possible time.
You should take them all out of the mayor's security detail and the security details of every politician in the city of Seattle. But of course, they're the last ones who are going to be dismissed. Jason Rantz, I'm sorry for you that you live there, but I hope it gets better. Thanks a lot for that report.
Appreciate it, Tucker.
James Craig knows a lot about running police departments. He's run several. He's most recently the police chief of the city of Detroit. He's now running for governor of Michigan. He joins